What's happening, guys? Mike from Metacomics here once again, coming at you with another review for one of the new comics that came out this past week. Today, I'm going to be talking about All New X-Men number 28. Before we get started, I just want to say I really like the All New X-Men series. I really like it. It's the best X-Men book out right now, in my opinion. The writing is stellar. Bendis is doing a great job. But despite the fact that the series is really cool, they do occasionally have a dud for an issue. I wouldn't say that All New X-Men number 28 is a dud, but it could have been a lot better. Anyway, before we kick into all that, let's talk about the story. The story basically takes place in both modern day and years down the road in the future. It centers around Charles Xavier's son, who is for some reason working with Beast and working with Reyes, I think that's how you say his name, who's Mystique and Wolverine's son, and Xavier himself is Xavier's son, and Mystique is his mother too. So Reyes and Xavier's son are brothers. So from here on out, I'm going to refer to Xavier's son as Xavier, just so everybody knows. So what happened here was that he works with Beast to find a way to try to stop the X-Men in the future. Somewhere along the line, they get the bright idea to go back in time and try to wipe out the X-Men because Xavier is really angry with the fact that the X-Men didn't really honor his father's sacrifice after his death. Like, they changed the name of the school. You know, when they reestablished the school, it was the Jean Grey School instead of the Charles Xavier School. So, and that was my son. So that kind of angered him, and, you know, the fact that he died in general, I guess, just really ticked him off. So he goes back in time and decides that he is going to kill Jean Grey, and that he's going to use Jean Grey to try to, you know, attack the other X-Men. So he uses her, controls her mind, uses her to give the other ones a massive headache, the other X-Men, and attempts to try to wipe her out. In the middle of all that, I find out that X-23 is alive, and the issue actually closes out with her like claws out, looking like she's about to tear up Xavier. That's just a really rough go at it. I don't want to give too much away and have people, disappointed by the books. So we're disappointed by all the spoilers. I get really distracted by my son up there. He's crazy, just yelling and screaming. So overall, there were a few things that I liked about the book. Probably more that I liked that I didn't like. One of the main things I liked was the idea of Charles Xavier's son being so passionate about the legacy that his father left behind, and feeling super disrespected by the fact that the X-Men didn't, reestablish the school in his name and things of that nature. I think that's interesting. I like that direction that he's taking, that Bendis is taking with that. The art in this issue was super good. It was very good. It's very crisp and clear. That really is what saved it from being kind of more or less like a filler issue as far as the story goes. But the art was fantastic. There's this double-page spread in the book that has Xavier's son and his team of old Deadpool and a few of the others fighting against the X-Men, and it's just this epic battle scene. It looks fantastic. The art was amazing. I stared at that page for quite a while, just taking in all the detail. It was very good. And that was, the art, by the way, is by Stuart Immonen, I believe is his name. Does a fantastic job in this issue. I also like the time travel stuff. I love time travel movies and comic books. I like that whole element. And there's some really cool use of time travel here, like Reyes actually writes himself a letter. I don't remember if it was Reyes from the future or Reyes from the past. Somebody wrote, either future or past, wrote him a letter explaining to him how to beat the X-Men because they lost in their initial attempt to go back in time and beat them. So that was really cool. Love that. Now, there are quite a few things I didn't like about this issue, which is surprising because I love this particular X-Men series. I've been going back and getting caught up because I was away from it for a while, but it is definitely, right now, the best X-Men book for sure. Um, the issue was a little confusing at times, the jumping from the past to the present, or not the past, but the present to the future. Kind of happened abruptly, and so you kind of had to take your time reading it to make sure that you understood what was going on in the issue. So that was a little bit of a turnoff for me because I like to be able to read through the issue and then go back and look through at the art, without having to worry about the story. So that kind of detracted from that. I feel like it took too much time, but I mean that's still kind of a small gripe though. Um, there were some things that didn't seem to make sense. Like, why was Beast working with Xavier's son in the first place? That's never really explained or hinted at or anything. The issue was really, really slow. It basically focused on those small group of characters, and the rest of the X-Men just had, they were off, with the headache thing or the whatever it was that Jean Grey was doing to them because of Xavier controlling her. So there was not a whole lot of action, so it was a little bit of a slower pace. Kind of a little bit difficult to get through for that. Overall, though, the book was pretty good, and the art was just so stellar that it really did kind of make up for what the book lacked. So overall, I give the book an 8 out of 10, which isn't bad. So I'm sure that things will improve in the next couple of issues. Hopefully this was just kind of to set some things up to continue this arc. So yeah, that's all I got, guys. What did you think of the issue? Did you like it? What did you like? What was there? Was there anything that you didn't like? Got tongue-tied. That kind of thing. Sound off in the comments down below and let me know what you thought. Peace.